The Scarecrow by Satyajit Ray is a fascinating horror story that involves the encounter of a scarecrow in a rice field with the narrator. The major theme of the story is regret and horror. Well, this story was written by Satyajit Ray back in the 20th century. He was a top Indian writer, filmmaker, and composer. Summary: Satyajit Ray explored the theme of horror in this writing. The story starts with a rich man named Muruganko. He was traveling but his car suddenly stopped. The author mentioned the reason was the shortage of petrol. He parked his car near the rice field. His driver Sudha rushed to a nearby area to get petrol. The author discussed the impact of the atmosphere with the narrator. The place was free from humans. Rice fields had some huts close to them. Suddenly, Muruganko saw a scarecrow in the field. He was looking silent at the start. After some time, the scarecrow approached toward narrator. He gained human characteristics. He underwent a transition. Muruganko was confused with the scarecrow shirt. He thought he had seen it but can't remember. The scarecrow becomes a human when it approaches the narrator. He uttered some words. Muruganko remembered that voice and shirt. The scarecrow was none other than Abaram. Who was Abaram? He was Muruganko's old servant who was sacked from his job because they accused him of robbing the narrator's precious watch. He left the house and lived badly. He died. After leaving Muruganko, the scarecrow told his story. He said to the narrator about the watch. He informed him that the watch was still under a bed and he was not a thief. After saying such stuff, he vanished. The story ends when the narrator finally finds his watch. Analysis: as usual, all books have an impact. This story shares a point that we should not judge anyone too early. Muruganko accused his loyal servant of blindly trusting society. He realized his mistake, but that was too late. Abaram proved his innocence in the end. The narrator understood his faults. The major themes is horror and regret. This storybook provides the following mandatory life lessons. We should never trust society blindly. We should make decisions carefully. Our decisions can improve or disconnect our connections with loved ones. In a nutshell, this was all about Scarecrow by Satyajit Ray. Summary with literary discussion. The story involves a meeting of an old servant with his master after he died in a scarecrow shape. The servant proved his innocence of an old incident.